field trip that I think that you would really enjoy. And it's just a field trip at Mr. DeLong and I's farm, Mountain Ridge Farm. So I'm going to show you what it's like to live on a farm, what are the things that we need to do in order to keep up with it and make sure it's well cared for. This is my little friend Cliff, and I have another friend named Ozzy. He's taking a break right now. You'll see them every once in a while. Hey Cliff, are you ready to go on the field trip? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so I wonder what we're going to see next. Okay, we'll see you soon. Here we go. Oh, look, I see someone in amongst the evergreen trees. Hello, who's in here?
Hi, Red.
Oh, hi, Mr. DeLong. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, good. What are you doing?
I'm trimming all the trees to make it easier to cut the grass because we have so much grass. It takes so long, and it helped me be more time management.
Yeah, that's good. Let me see. So you're cutting. Can I watch you for a second?
Sure.
Oh, I see. So you're cutting it so when you're on the driving lawnmower, you can go under these trees now.
Yes, it makes it a lot easier and quicker.
Okay. And how many trees have you done today?
Maybe 20.
20. Okay, that's a lot of work.
Got a lot of trees on the property.
Yeah. And are you done with this tree, or do you have to go a little bit further?
I'm going to cut one more branch, and then I'm done with this tree.
Okay. Well, good luck. Let's see. I'd like to watch.
I use a saw or use the pruning shears.
Okay, he's using the pruning shears right now, guys. Oh, there we go. What a beautiful day it is. Okay.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Oh, there's Cliff. Hi there, Mr. DeLong. What are you and Cliff about to do right now? Oh, there's Ozzy in the background playing with a ball. Okay.
We're gonna go collect the fresh eggs for today.
How many chickens do we have?
We have 18 in total. 12 are Rhode Island Reds, and the 6 are white chickens, but I don't know exactly what kind they are. We just got them 2 days ago.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, let's go see. And how many eggs have you been getting normally?
We get 12 from the Rhode Island Red, and yesterday we got 3 white eggs.
Really?
The Rhode Island Red are brown eggs, and I'll show you.
Okay.
Come on, Cliff.
Cliff, I think you need to stay out.
Stay out, Cliffy. So this is the chicken coop, and inside the chicken coop is where they lay their eggs.
Okay.
Most of the chickens are outside in the yard right now, so it's a good time to go in and check for how many eggs we have in the morning. Let's go.
Oh, we have 2 here, 2 brown. 1.
That makes 3.
Any in there?
Nope.
No. Any in there?
Nope. Oh, there's 3 in here. So we're up to 6. 7, 8, 9. We got 9 today. Oh, we got a couple broken ones. That happens sometimes too.
There's some broken ones.
That's fine.
Oh, here's a chicken in here, one of the Rhode Island Reds.
Another one coming in.
What is this in the middle here? This big steel canister, aluminum. What is that?
So we fill it up with chicken feed. So we put the feed in there, and then as they eat it down here, it starts to fill up. So you don't have to fill it up every day, just once a week.
Okay. And then what's that red thing?
That's water for the chickens.
Okay.
So as they drink it, it goes down and fills back up. It's an automatic feed. Oh,
And
we
there's
got a
the
chicken
hose.
going in to lay an
Look.
egg.
Look, guys.
She's gonna lay an egg. Maybe not right now, but in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
So they go into these boxes, everyone, and she just flew up here. She's a hen. And she just flew up here, and we'll give her some privacy, but she's probably going to lay an egg. Okay? Okay, good luck, sweetheart. Okay, now, Mr. DeLong, what did you do here? There's some windows here. Why? They look pretty new. What do we have to have in order for a good chicken coop?
Lots of sunlight.
Okay.
So the old windows were broken and boarded up, so we just replaced them.
Okay.
So now they have good sunlight every day.
Excellent.
It keeps them healthy.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to follow you again, and let's go see if we can find them in their free range area. Good luck, sweetheart. Okay, let's go. Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Cliff.
Here, guys, this is what the chickens eat. This is their containers of food. That's the food you saw in the bin, and this one is called chicken scratch. And what the chicken scratch is you throw it on the ground in the free range area, and they start scratching the earth to try to get the grain to eat, and then they also scratch up the grass and eat grass and any bugs and stuff like that. And they really like this stuff. So I'm gonna put some in the container here, and I'm gonna go throw it out in the yard for them. It keeps the chickens happy and active all day. So let's go give them some chicken scratch.
Is this like chocolate for chickens?
It's kind of like chocolate for chickens. You're right.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you. Let's hope. Oh, there goes Cliff.
Come on, Ozzy. Come on, Cliff. Come on, Ozzy. I'm gonna close the door after Mr. Long comes out. Come on, Cliff. Cliff, come on up this.
Okay, now Mr. DeLong, before you throw the scratch, can I take a look at it?
Yes. It's a mixture of grain and corn and other little nuts and stuff. Looks like popcorn too, kind of.
Oh wow, very nice.
So another thing that we do is we give them fresh fruit and vegetables from when we I don't know if your parents have organic waste, but when we cut up for salads and have little bits, we throw it in because the chickens love to eat all that stuff.
Okay.
And then that way it doesn't just go into the dump.
Oh, here are some right now. So here are the free range chickens. So free range means, boys and girls, that they're allowed to go and walk around whenever they want. They're not in a cage, and they're very, very healthy. Look how happy and healthy they look. Now watch what happens when Mr. DeLong throws the scratch. They kind of run initially, but let's wait and see.
Can you see all the other vegetables? There's an apple, there's some onion, there's some asparagus, some romaine lettuce, sweet potato peelings over there. I see a little bit of red pepper. That's all from our salad last night.
Here comes one. Let's see. Let's be nice and quiet, and let's see.
You'll see them start scratching with their feet.
Here they come.
See the white ones? Oh, they're kind of resting right now. It's still morning here, so they're still tired.
There they go. They're eating it. This is chocolate for chickens, but healthy chocolate. And here they go. And this is their free range area. Our chickens are pretty lucky. It's nice and large. Okay. See that thin line that you see on my screen? That's a very thin plastic string.
Fishing line.
It's fishing line that we've put up in a very haphazard way because hawks live in this area, and we have to protect our chickens from the hawks. because sometimes if they're not protected, a hawk may come down and actually take a chicken. And that's the hawk's food. We know that that's the hawk's food, but we want to protect our chickens. And then we have this yellow wire up at the top, and we have a yellow wire up at down at the bottom. And this yellow wire, yellow and black wire, surrounds the full free-range area. And the reason is that chickens don't know how to defend themselves very well, and sometimes dogs like to go in there and play with chickens, or we have to be careful in this area of raccoons and coyotes. We've never seen them even come close, but we wanted to protect our chickens. Okay, so that's part of a daily task here. By noon every day, we normally have all of the chickens and all of the eggs, sorry. How many do we have so far again?
Today, I believe we had 9, and we should have 10 to 13 probably by noon today.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. DeLong. Hi there. So if you know me well, you know that I love flowers, and my favorite kind of flowers are perennials. Okay? Perennials are ones that you hopefully plant once and then they come back year after year. And I'm one of the things that I really love about our property is all of the gardens, and I'm trying to add to them. I'm trying to take care of them. So every day, if the weather is okay, I don't like coming out in the rain, right? But every day I want to come out and do a little bit of weeding. So if you want to look here, so here's a hosta, and then here's some daffodils, and hopefully the daffodils come back. They're a spring bulb. They come back every spring. I planted quite a few of them along this garden. And then I have another hosta here too. This is a new one, and this hosta came from my friend Elliot Hendricks. He had a lot of hostas at home, so his dad Tim split them and dropped them off one day and did like a porch drop off. So I have some new hostas. He knew how much I love hostas. So what you need to do is you need to have the proper tools, okay? So this one is a hand rake, okay? And then this one is a mini hand shovel. And then I call this like a hand pick, okay? So this is used, it has some spikes at the end, okay? And it's used when you have some weeds that you really want to get deep down on. Okay, now let me see, if you want to come look. So see some of this, the growth here I don't want, because I want the hosta to get big, so I don't want it to be crowded. So I have to go in there and take it out and try not to take the soil with it, because you don't want to take the soil every time you pick a weed, or else your real flowers won't have anything. Now, as you can see, I could be here all day, and that's okay, because as long as you find something that you really love to do, it doesn't seem like work. So what do I do with these? I put them in my green bin, and then whenever the green bin gets up to the top, I drag it over, because sometimes it can get heavy. I drag it over to the chicken coop, and I throw all of the weeds even into the free range area. And the chickens love anything green. It makes them happy and it makes them work. Okay, so let's see. Come with me for a second. Here we are, there's some more perennials here, right here. These are tiger lilies, and they're beautiful. They're the ones that you see at the side of the road sometimes, and they have big orange flowers on them. And I planted this last summer. It's a cone flower, and it's a beautiful thing. And I got that from my friend Miss Nancy Kettles. She's really into perennials too, so we know Miss Kettles from Trail Ridge in the Grimsby Library. But here we are. I try to do this every day. It's very relaxing, and if you have a garden at home, I would welcome you to go out there and try to help. Weeding can be very fun. Hi Ozzy. Hi Mr. DeLong. What are you up to?
I'm gonna cut the grass in our grapery.
Okay.
So a big part of our farm is our grapes that we grow. We have an acre and a half of, they're called Sovereign Coronation seedless table grapes. A special part of these grapes is that we are organic grape growers. So what it means to be organic is we don't use herbicides and pesticides. And what that means is a herbicide is a chemical used to keep weeds and grass from growing around grapes, and a pesticide is to keep bugs and any other little creatures from eating the grapes. So being organic, we don't use that stuff. So a big part of what we have to do is like what Mrs. DeLong does is you got to take care of the property by getting rid of the weeds and keeping on top of the grass. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the grass in the grapery, and I do that at least once a week, and it keeps the grass and weeds low. I have other tools as well. They're called a grape hoe, and what it does, it cuts the weeds in between the grapes, and we do that usually every 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm going to show you what I use. This is what I use. It's called a zero-turn lawnmower. It's a big lawnmower that allows me to cut a lot of grass at once. And the good thing about a zero-turn is you can go around a tree really quick. And I'll show you. I've got some protective gear that I use. I got sunglasses to protect my eyes, and then I've got earmuffs because it's loud. So here I go. I'm going to start it up. It's going to get really noisy, and then I'm going to drive away and show you how I can turn and drive the lawnmower. All right?
What are you putting on?
The ear protections.
And did you have eye protection too?
Yep.
And why is that?
In case stuff comes out of the lawnmower and doesn't get me in the face and into my eye. I'm protecting myself.
And why are you protecting your ears?
Because the machine's really noisy, and I'm going to turn it on and you'll hear it. You won't
Okay.
be able to hear me anymore.
Okay.
And then I'll drive away, and then Ms. DeLong can talk to you after I leave, okay?
Okay, and we'll see if you come back.
Okay.
There he goes. I wonder if he's going to come back up this row or the next row. I don't know, but he has to go up once and come back down again each row. We have 1,200 grapevines. Here he comes. See how he's doing the spot that wasn't done?
There's Mrs. DeLong. She's down a couple of our apple trees. So let's go see her and she'll talk about them. Hi, Miss DeLong. I told him that we're coming to see you, talk about the apple trees that we have.
Oh, great. I'm so happy you came. So, right now, it's springtime, and our apple trees, we have 4 of them on the property. These 2, this one and the one behind me, did very, very well last year. We had hundreds of apples, and they were beautiful, organic apples with no spray on them. Now, were they perfect? No. Sometimes they had a little blemish or a bruise, but they were really tasty. So here we go. This is a bud, and it's very, very tiny right now, but as the summer goes along, it needs some water, and it needs sun, and it needs heat. And these buds will turn into apples, and by the time the fall comes, we will have hundreds of apples from these 2 trees. Now, I think the reason why, I'm just new to farming, okay? But I think the reason why these 2 trees do very well together is because they are together, okay? They are very close together in space. You'll see what I'm talking about. And fruit trees need each other to support each other, okay? And that is why they have a lot of fruit and are bountiful. Now, later on today, we do need to trim the tops of these trees, or else they get too big and too heavy, okay? But I would love to show you a beautiful apple tree that's in full blossom, and it's got beautiful white flowers on it. Last year, unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of fruit from it, but I'm very hopeful this year. I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to try to figure out how I can get more apples from this tree that I'm going to show you.
There's Cliff and Ozzy again. Hi, Cliff. It's Ozzy relaxing. He likes to relax. Oh, now he's coming to say hi.
So here we go. Here is the beautiful one that's in full bloom, and you see them along the streets and in farms lately. They're full of white flowers, okay? And I am very, very hopeful that I'm going to get more apples from this tree this year. These were red apples that we had, but as you can see, I only have 1 of them. I don't have a second tree, so maybe that's why they're not producing very well. We will see. And then I have another apple tree here. This one is the same as the initial 2 that I showed you, the same kind of apples, but it's a little bit, it's not as far along in spring. It doesn't get the morning sun, this tree, so it's just a little bit delayed, and it's a bit far away from those other trees. So we'll see what happens this year. But let's cross our fingers. I don't know if you remember, I brought in some apples last fall. These were the trees that they came from, okay? And I get a lot of apples at once, right? So what do? You make apple strudels. Well, actually, I don't know how to make apple strudels. I make apple crisp. You make applesauce, which is really good in a crock pot. And then I bought for myself, last year I bought a dehydrator. So a dehydrator takes out the water from the apples, and you slice them, and it's like dried apples, and they were really, really tasty. Okay, so thanks for coming to see some of my fruit trees. Sometimes when you're living on a farm, you get to have a lot of fun too. And I'd like you to see what my son Denton does quite a bit, and he's going to tell you about it all. Oh, sorry. Here's the dogs. They have a lot of fun too. Okay. Hi, Denton.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are you up to?
I'm riding the quad right now. And
The quad. Oh, there's Cliff.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you gonna do? Like, why? Oh, hi, Cliff. Hi. Okay. So what are you gonna do? Like, what's fun about this?
Well, I can just ride around and have get fresh air, or
Yeah.
I can help around the farm with. Usually, there's a trailer behind it that you can hook on,
Yeah.
and I can pick up tree branches or other things to put in the back, so they're out of the way and looks nicer around here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, do you only use the quad in the spring or?
Oh no! In the winter, I use it with my friends in the back. We put a sled to the back of it, and it's really fun.
And you pull on the snow?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And for purpose-wise, I think you've seen Dad use it for something. What does he put at the front in the winter?
Oh, he puts what's it called? What's it called? It's a snowplow.
A snowplow, yeah.
He puts a snowplow at the front so he can do the driveway really fast. Because this thing can go really fast if you want it to. It can almost go it can go on the road, but I can't drive it on the road because I'm not old enough.
Yeah.
But my dad is, so he can drive it on the road, and it can go up to probably 90 kilometers per hour or 100.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
and so you can ride it on the road, and he does the whole driveway and that driveway over there in under 30 minutes, which is because it's really fast.
Excellent. Now, if I put the camera to all of the buttons and the handles, can you tell me what I see?
Yeah.
And point to it?
Okay, so this is an accelerator. So when you put it into the drive, you press this and you go. But not right now. It's off, so it's not moving. This is what you call four-wheel drive. So usually there's only the two wheels only go, and these ones are for steering. But if you push this in, that turns all the wheels on, so all of them are moving. And this one's for if you're pulling really hard stuff, so it's like a diff lock, and apparently it can pull way easier and stuff. And this is a brake
Where?
right here.
It's a hand brake.
Yeah, this is for the back. This here is also a brake.
Which one? Sorry.
This right here.
Yeah.
I don't use this one. I usually just use this one because they do the same thing, and this one's just easier.
Hold on. Yeah.
So for the other side, this is so you see these grips here? This is a heater for them. So when you turn it on, they get warm, and so your hands don't get cold if it's a colder day. And this is for, you see the winch? It's called a winch here. So if something gets stuck in the mud or something, you can pull it out with the quad. Just hook this on, and then this tightens it or loosens it.
Mm-hmm.
And then these are for the lights. So when you flip that on, it's for the lights. This is so if you do that, it turns off the engine, and then you want to start it, you put it back there and press the green button, and that starts it. And that's basically and the key, and that off and on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back here a little bit, and I'm going to.
Oh, and the seat. My friend Ozzy got a little hungry, and I don't think he knows kind of what to eat, so he ate this by accident.
Yeah, Ozzy was hungry one day and decided to rip our seat, but we still love him.
Yeah.
But that was before we got his buddy Cliff. Before we got Cliff, Ozzy chewed everything. Yes. So, okay, Denton. Now, I would imagine you just go for a little ride, and I'll watch you go. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Denton,
Thank
for
you.
talking about this.
No problem.
No problem. And have a nice ride. Hopefully you'll go for a nice long one right now.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. And there he goes. I think he's going in the back field. Okay, I hope he's safe. Ozzy's checking on him. When you live out on a farm, your neighbors aren't that close. They typically live a little bit away. But I was very lucky when I moved here to have neighbors. Their names are Jan and Doug and Maggie. And when we came to see the farm, I said, oh, what a lovely horse farm. But then I realized how lovely it is. And you get to see right now what I get to see. About once a day almost, they're bringing their horses. They have 6 horses and they're bringing them over to the front paddock, which is right close to my house. And it is the best part of my day when they bring their horses over. So here they come, and just behind me, I want you to watch. The horses are coming, and we'll just be patient and we'll be nice and quiet. The horses love this paddock. Okay, let's wait here. I'll get out of the way. Here they come. They're walking them over to the left of their white barn. There's Maggie, Doug, and Jan. I hope the horses get super happy. They love the grass and all of the dandelions here in this field. We'll be quiet. Oh, look what happens.
Not a good time to be filming.
Look. Don't move too much. Back up a little bit. Nice. So these are 3 of their horses. They're going back to go get their other 3. Their horses are happy, they're active, they're very alert, and they're very healthy. They see us here, and they're like, why are they over here? But they're letting us have some space. Here they come with their other 3 horses. They have a dog named Blue. There's a white dog there. He's not that little, but he looks little compared to the horses right now. Let's just be patient and quiet. Oh, Blue.
Here's Blue.
Hi, Blue. Okay. It's okay. How lucky are we to have these beautiful animals right next door? Now here is their farmer. This is their owner, and she's my friend Jan. So what kind of horses do you have?
Well, we have a real mix of horses here. We're quarter horse people by preference. So this little red dun here, that's Lily, the one who's jogging. She's a quarter horse, purebred. This little beige one with the white mane, they call him a Korab. His name's Jasper. He's a quarter horse Arabian cross. Pepper, our spotted one, is an Appaloosa. He's the oldest one of the bunch. He's 24, I think, this year. The white one is Bailey. Bailey is a warm blood. And then the two darker ones in the middle, the very dark one is a thoroughbred, that's Yuri. And the one beside him, a little bit lighter color, is Dean, and he's a Belgian warm blood. Now he was a real show horse at one point. He did the circuit, but the owner no longer felt he was qualifying, so we rescued him.
Excellent.
And Bailey is lame. Unfortunately, poor Bailey has a problem with her front legs, although when she's running around you wouldn't think so. So she's kind of here on retirement. Now they're very big, and for some people a little intimidating, but honestly they're big babies. So that's why when they came into the field just now and saw you standing here, it was something different and it spooked them a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But look how dirty. So the first thing they want to do when they go outside is roll, whether it's muddy or not. So our Pepper here is filthy because he just had a good roll out back.
He looks nice. He looks great. Now, what do horses need every day, Jan?
Every day they need water. They need a lot of water, and they need hay. So our horses eat hay morning, noon, dinner time, and at nighttime before we tuck them in for bed.
Mm-hmm.
And we also give them a grain at dinner time, which is more like a vitamin. It just kind of keeps them good and healthy. Now this grass here, although everybody thinks of horses being out in green fields and that's where they live, in the springtime we have to be very careful about how much green grass they have, because the new grass is very, very sweet. There's a lot of sugar in it, and they have a hard time processing the sugar at first, and it can be very very bad for them. So we introduce them to the springtime grass about an hour a day for a couple of weeks, and then we increase the amount of time until they're out here full time.
Beautiful. Now, if you see that a horse is injured or sick, do you take, oh look at the one is rolling, isn't that nice? Do you take the horse that needs some help, do you take him or her to the veterinarian, or does the veterinarian come to you?
The veterinarian always comes to us.
Okay.
So we have the vet comes on a regular basis. Every spring they get their shots, just like all of us have to. So every spring they get a needle to keep them healthy. They come also, we have the vet come to do their teeth. He's almost like a dentist. It's called floating their teeth. So their teeth can get too long, and when they get too long, it's harder for them to eat and swallow. So we have the vet come once a year to file their teeth down. They get a pedicure every 6 weeks. We have the farrier come to file their feet down because especially in the spring when the grass is nice and wet, their hooves really grow long, so we have to keep them shortened. And then other than that, if we think there's a problem, we call the vet and he comes here and does a house call.
Very nice. Well, thank you, Jan. Here we are. We're finishing our field trip, and I want to show you our sign that we're very, very proud of, and some information about where we get the name from. Okay, so let's go to the sign. So here we are. Thank you for coming to our field trip. This is our sign. We moved here in the fall of 2018, and it was such a proud moment for the DeLong family to buy a farm. And where did we get the name? So Mountain Ridge, as you know, Trail Ridge, right? We started the school in 2001, and we love the name, and so we wanted to keep with something similar. Now, Mountain Ridge. So mountain is, we're on the Grimsby Mountain, and we're actually, our property where, when I was showing you about the weeding, I was showing you that was a retaining wall, and right behind there was a bit of a hill. That's actually the ridge of the ridge of the escarpment. We're at the highest point of the escarpment in this area, right behind our house. And organics, like Mr. DeLong was talking, we don't use pesticides because we don't think they're healthy for us. And we are very, very proud to live here, and we hope you enjoyed your field trip with us, and thank you for everything.